Okay, so let's have a go at some questions, and I can do some less talking. So here is our scenario. This is our first statement. So don't mention the Duke of Edinburgh Award at all on her UCAS form. So what do we think about this? Hands up for a very appropriate thing to do. Okay, appropriate but not ideal. Okay, inappropriate but not awful, a couple of people, and a very inappropriate thing to do. No, not at all. Okay, right, so we're in the middle two. So I would say the middle two are the hardest two to differentiate between. I think it's really obvious when something is completely the right thing to do, and I think it's really obvious when something's very wrong to do. It's the middle two that really draws debate, because you're like, oh, it could be not. A general tip for this bit, which I try to think of it this way, is that if the action is not a good action, then I would lean towards the inappropriate but not awful side. If the action is not a good action, then I would lean towards the inappropriate but not awful side. If the action is not a bad, it's not a bad action. Do you see what I mean when I say it's not a bad action? It's a good action. Sorry, I don't think I phrased that well, but you can see what I mean. The action itself is a good action. You'd lean towards appropriate but not ideal. But if the action itself is not a good thing, then you'd lean towards inappropriate but not awful. Can you see how that's a really nice way to think about it if you're struggling to think about it one way or the other? So based on this, don't mention the Duke of Edinburgh Award at all in the UCAS form. Is that a bad action or a good action as an action in itself? It's a good action. She's not doing anything. She's trying to be trustworthy. She's trying to have, make sure that her records are clean and she's not lying and stuff. So it's a fairly good thing to do. It's just annoying. It's just unfortunate because she's obviously put a lot of work into it. So based on that, I would say it's appropriate but not ideal.